I want the consumer to know that recycling is alive and well. We've taken at this facility around 43,000 tons of recycling a year and get it to market.
I think people do have a misconception that, recycling is going in the landfill. I'm here to say that we do not put recycling in the landfill, and I wish people would come to our facilities and see that more, how we recycle it and where we send it to.
The challenge is for us to find something that's sustainable on its own from an economic standpoint, so it will be recycled and processed as opposed to disposed of.
We've made the commitment that we do not ship residential plastic anywhere other than domestic.
We want to take everything out of the landfill that we possibly can, and we want to do that before somebody else does. It's inherent in our culture that we want to move everything that we can out of the waste stream to a higher and better use. We're really moving now to materials management as opposed to waste management.
And normally manufacturing, you're controlling your inputs, ensuring your raw materials are very standard and consistent. And Casella has the exact opposite setting, where their inputs are a fairly chaotic variable flow that they then have to extract value from.
The easier, the more convenient you can make recycling for the homeowner, the more likely it is you're going to see more participation in higher volumes being diverted from the disposal stream.
Casella markets and sells over 800,000 tons of recyclables a year.
I think about the landfill that I use. Without a focus on sustainability, that landfill would have filled up years ago. Students are very, very focused on the environmental footprint of everything that they do, because when the wrong things go in that recycling bin, it's creating big costs and problems downstream for a company like Casella.
Sustainability has become a real part of most companies. Most companies are really trying to understand what their footprint is and how they can minimize that footprint, and we're a big partner with them to help them do that.
Casella commits that 100% of the non-contaminated recyclables that we receive and process are sold to end markets to be made into new products or put to beneficial use. So where does all of that material go? Cardboard is sold both domestically and internationally to paper mills. It is put through a pulper and mixed with hot water to break it down into fibers. These fibers are put into rolls, sold to manufacturers, and then made into new items such as pizza boxes, frozen food boxes, cereal boxes, and new corrugated cardboard packaging. HDPE plastic, whether it is natural like a milk jug or colored like a detergent bottle, is washed, flaked, and then shaped into pellets. Manufacturers purchase the pellets to make new containers like bleach bottles, shampoo bottles, detergent packaging, makeup tubes, personal care items, and even automotive parts like dashboards and bumpers. PET plastic items get washed, flaked, and extruded. The extruded PET material creates a material to manufacture carpets, clothing, clamshell packaging, and water bottles. Polypropylene plastic is washed, flaked, and then pelletized. Manufacturers use the resulting material to create paint cans, packaging, plumbing components, automotive parts, and plant potters. Once glass is processed into smaller fragments, it is sorted by size and sometimes by color. It then gets melted down into new glass products, or it can be used in road base or other construction products. Used beverage containers are a large part of the recycling stream. They are smelted and turned into large sheets and rolled up. This sheet material makes new cans, automotive parts, and gaskets. Mixed paper is put through a pulper and then mixed with hot water. The paper breaks down into fiber and is converted into paper towels and toilet paper. Newspaper is shredded and combined with a unique chemical mixture and dried for reuse.
It's saving raw materials from being extracted from the earth. You talk about a circular economy and consumers drop their containers off here, then they go purchase more water bottles, and it keeps that material in.
I think for it to have lasting impact, though, it also needs to be an economic thing, so that every decision maker up and down the supply chain has an incentive to be thinking about the impact of their decisions from a dollar perspective.
We have a whole business segment that consults, works with, does hands-on work with large manufacturers, trying to create and manage those waste streams so that what does end up in the landfill is minimal.
We have several engineers that travel the world looking at different technologies. Right now we're looking at different technologies to handle glass. Those changes are constant. So there's a tremendous opportunity to continue to increase the total amount of material that we recycle, and we can probably double that in the next 10 years.
We owe it to the future generations to continue to do better and recycle better.